beautiful ones. How are you today? So, my gorgeous ones, welcome, welcome. This is going to be your love forecast for August 9th, 2017. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am the modern day spiritual advisor. I use multiple modalities, including tarot, to help you on your path. And now the author of my upcoming book series, Concepts Create Reality. So, my gorgeous ones, you have an interesting day today. It works like this. I'll go into the general energies and translate what Spirit's saying and what I'm seeing. And they want to remind you it's always up to you whether you want to accept and allow or deny these energies. That's up to you and your path. Now, as for the timeline, it can be off a little bit depending on which path you've taken and where you are on your path, because you have unlimited paths, so we can go in all directions, right? All right, my gorgeous ones, here we go. This is going to be a really, really telling day for you. So, this is your first position in love, so this is you in the area of love. Now, love to me is that energy that moves all. So wherever your energy has been focused on, and it can be more than one thing or one area of your life. You know what? I do want to mention that we have, so today is August 7th, which is the lunar eclipse. And that is a huge, huge shifting point. So we have the lunar and the solar eclipse. We have the solar eclipse on the 21st. We have the lunar eclipse today. So this, although this is for August 9th, you're probably going to see this today or tomorrow. But the lunar eclipse is such a big energy, and it's like almost like a supermoon with the way the planets are aligned. Now, I'm not an astrologer, but I can tell you what I know. So what I know is that this is a really big shift for a lot of you, and it's in different areas depending on what sign you are and where it falls on your chart. So you're going to feel the effects of this and the solar eclipse probably for the lunar eclipse is like 2 to 3 months, and then the solar eclipse is for the next 6 months. So the lunar eclipse is all about bringing to an end. So it's almost like the full potential of whatever you'd been working on, and it brings it to an end with something, right? So in love, let's get back to this. Sorry, I'm going to do some videos if I have time. I hope I have time, because I'm going to do videos with each sign and how it falls in your chart, and then we'll pull some cards and see how to move from there, okay? Don't know that I'll have time to do it, but I'm going to try my hardest. So in your first position, this is you in love. You have the 8 of Cups. Now, this is a beautiful card because it reminds me of a warrior. It reminds me of, and this is you today in love. This card reminds me of a warrior who, doesn't matter how hurt they are, how physically hurt they are, ill, they must move on. They must go on. They must fight the fight. And that's what the 8 of Cups is about. That's sort of how you're feeling today. It's like, but in that, there's a double-edged sword, right? So in that, the warrior that moves on and has to complete their task and has to, later on when all that stuff is done, they still have the wounds to heal. They still have those things that they repressed. So with the 8 of Cups, I understand, and Spirit understands, and I feel like today you'll understand, or you'll be doing this actually over probably the next 2 months, where you're seeing that some of you in love were so devastated in different areas of your life that you just got to the next step and the next step and the next step, because that's all you knew to do. And you're still sort of healing from the old wounds, right? You're still sort of healing from that. And you're wondering how to do that. And then that old wound sort of gets old and it gets put to the side and it sort of gets repressed and you don't know what to do. And then you don't even realize it's there because it's been with you for so long, and you thought you've moved through it because you don't really feel anything, but you kind of don't understand that that stuff is holding you back. And that's what the 8 of Cups is about. The 8 of Cups is about you putting on that brave face in love and continuing to move forward because it was the only thing that you knew to do, because it hurt so bad, because it was so much trauma, because you couldn't look at it at the time. Like, what are you going to do? You got to keep living life, right? So I feel like this is where you're at. And their advice is really interesting, this whole spread. Their advice is the Palace of Wands. So the Palace of Wands is a state of mind. And what they're asking you to do is, I feel like they're saying, go back. And honestly, this goes with the new moon. This goes with the lunar eclipse. Excuse me, and the solar eclipse coming. They're asking you to go back and look at those things, and because it's only when you face those things and have an understanding that you can clear your field. That's what I call clearing the field. When you have an understanding about how those things came into your life, why those things came into your life, how you've grown and learned from those things. When you can do that and then come from your higher self, and they will help you come from your higher self and let it go. And not, that doesn't mean forget it. And that doesn't mean you have to forgive. But when you have an understanding that people come into your life and situations come into your life and things come into your life because it's a mirror of you. You wanted it. It was you that wanted this to happen. It was you that had one of these experiences. And so because you wanted to experience these things and then come to an understanding so that you could grow from that, so that your energy could get bigger, so that your soul could get more expanded, right? I know this is really deep, but this is really important for a lot of you. So when you have that understanding, and that's what they're saying with the Palace of Wands, is they understand that it hurts. They know that some of you don't even realize it's there. But take a moment and look and see what it is that's really holding you back. See what it is that you never allowed yourself to heal from. See what it is that you never allowed yourself to cry. See what it is that you never allowed yourself to break down from. See what that is, and they will help you. And take the action and have an understanding so that you can move into this. And this is, so honestly, I think a lot of this is about self-love today, but it could be that this is going to involve relationships of all kinds, in business and finance. I mean, even in finances. Understand the relationship between you and your money, you and money itself. Understand that, and you will get into the abundance. Like, understand all those things around you, and you will expand and get into this. This, my beautiful ones, is who you are. This is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is someone who attains what they want. They are the brave, brave one who takes the risks, who lives life to the fullest, who stands by what they know, who will embrace and plow through different ideas, different forms, different ways of loving, a newer way, something that's not comfortable, something that may be risky. That is a Seven of Wands. That is the person that you are trying to get to. You already are this. You just have to remember. You just have to remember. So what if the relationship that you thought was supposed to happen the way that you thought it was supposed to happen? So what if it didn't happen that way? Maybe that's because you didn't want it that way. Maybe because you are trying to make a relationship that is brand new, that is a little bit risky, right? Or your businesses, or your family, or loved ones around you, or your friends. Like, think about that. And this person stands for what they know. And that's what you want to do. You've been doing it in a way where you're like the wounded warrior, right? You're like the wounded soul. You're like the wounded that yes, I'm going to plow through and I'm going to make it. But this one knows. They know it because they stand in their truth, because they're not going to conform, because they are who they are, because it doesn't matter how many times they have been knocked the fuck down. They are going to get back up and they are going to run through it. And they are going to have what they are going to have. And that's the message. Sorry, it got a little intense. So, I'm feeling a lot of your guides here. That's really, really what they're wanting me to tell you. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think of a question. I'm going to turn over the card and then I'll explain the card, okay? So here we go. All right. Ooh, good Lord, that's nice. All right, so this is a beautiful, beautiful Knight of Swords. This knight comes with offerings. This knight is explosive. This knight is like the whirlwind that just comes in unexpected, sweeps you off your feet, and you're like, what? What do you mean? Let's go to like, what do you mean? Let's go to Maui? I gotta go to work tomorrow. Like, kind of like that. It's just like this beautiful, beautiful night. So for some of you, it's an offering. For some of you, it's an offering coming with a gentleman or a lady. It could be somebody coming into your life. When you have a knight come in your life, the knight is all about what you're wanting and needing for your phase right now until the king or queen comes. But if it's not about an actual romantic relationship, it could be a business partner, could be a business opportunity, could be finances, whatever this is, it's an offering, or it in the romantic area, it's an actual knight who will be whatever it is that you're wanting and needing to be. And this one comes fast, extremely intelligent, just like the swords, extremely intelligent, very noble, and very witty. So, yep. All right, my gorgeous ones, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Love you, love you, love you.